All right, we're live. All right. What's up, guys? Real quick, before we even get started, I'm just gonna go ahead and answer the questions from the school community. That's where we're basing everything off of today, and then see if I'm missing anything, and then I'll go around the horn once again. Yeah, let's get going. Second, share screen, Chrome tab. All right, go to call. All right. And if you guys have any follow-up questions, please wait until I answer all the questions, and then we can address the follow-ups. Here we go. Rafael says, working with local rank citations and wondering how to rank on different keywords for clients, key points on that. So to rank with different keywords, multiple keywords on the same GMB, you need to have that service listed in the GMB. You need that service probably listed as a separate page on the site, and all that will help. Yeah, just make sure you do have that done. Are posts and services description enough? Posts? No, not posts. Has minimal to no impact. We just see clients like that, so we included that as a functionality for local rank. Services and description, yeah, typically enough. What we have noticed is having the keyword mentioned in reviews has a huge impact. So if you could, I'm not saying fake reviews because that's illegal, but if you're able to generate reviews that has those keywords, you're good. All right. If I change internal info inside the profile, I'll lose ranking for the keywords I already positioned, right? Yeah, you can just add to it. For example, you can say in the description, you can say Indexy is an SEO company, PPC company, et cetera, et cetera. It's not the best, but it's kind of scuffed, but it works. Now, Jeff says, what pre-qualifications do you do to get interested once you get interested replies from cold outbound? I think you just hop on the call as soon as possible because if you give any pricing pre-qualifications, for example, oh, we cost 1K per month, please have budget for that. People don't like to see numbers. So try to never give numbers via email and just always present numbers on the call. Because at that point, if you present the number on the call and they're not closing, it's like a skill difference. Like you guys just probably suck at sales and you're not providing enough value in the call. So yeah, and I like to never give any pricing, any numbers via email. And you'll see that high performing salespeople don't do that either. I want to set up a rank and rent, which is a combination of product plus installation plus city. Okay. However, all variations are taken. You don't have to go with .com. You can go with freaking literally anything. I mean, guys, come on. Look at local rank. We rank for the local rank tracker, and it's a .so. That's fucking Somalia, guys. What do you think? Come on. Yeah, you'll find an exact match domain, and it'll be okay. All right. But would a partial match be worth building? Yes. If you are really set on .com, then yes. But exact match domain is fine. .net works. .org works. Found a prospect who manufactures clay bricks and exports them to UK and France, and now they started in New Zealand. They're based in New Zealand. How should I approach his business? Start with local SEO and then focus on organic. If they're based in New Zealand and want to start reaching that crowd, guys, New Zealand is probably the least competitive English-speaking country. So you can do literally both of them in parallel. It's that easy. So definitely do local SEO. So just try to rank for clay bricks in Auckland because that's their most popular city. Having the center because that's where the buyers are probably for they're searching in the city, and also focus on organic. Yeah, you can do both. It's super easy. Would you recommend anything from an organic SEO perspective to push someone from number 2 to 1? It's not much of a jump, but that number 1 is key. Probably just guest post. Yeah, more links, CTR. Honestly, if it's UK based, what I like to do is so if I'm trying to rank in Vancouver, if it's like a local keyword, I like to take my phone and on a daily basis, like toggle airplane mode, long click that URL, because manual CTR on your phone, your wife's phone, your friend's phone on a daily basis is like, it goes miles. Outside of the US, or it works so well, but in the US it's too competitive because the search volume is so high. But when you're in like rural Canada or like rural parts of the UK, easy, dude. Because like your IP is set to that location. It's like such a strong signal. So yeah, please do that. Give it a try. And yes, links will work for sure as well. Browser Blast will work. CTR software is less powerful than like you going on a daily basis, refreshing your IP on your data plan, and then clicking. Listening to a podcast that said jump from 2 to 1 is all goal completion, pretty much providing. Yeah. So, okay. I don't know if I talked about this in the past, but you pretty much need to like just pogo stick the clicks. So you just search your target keyword. If you're number 2, then you click number 1 and then quickly hit back and then click your result at number 2. So that's like sends a negative signal to your competitor, which is savage as fuck, but we're trying to eat, right? Like, cause we don't care about that. So it's negative signal to your competitor and then positive signal to yourself. And it's all legit. So Google loves that shit. And proof that this works is if Browser Blast works, then stupid shit like this would work too. So give this a try. So that means pretty much on a daily basis, if you have like 10 phones with like 10 unique IPs, you can do this on a daily basis. Like, you're good. Try it out, especially if you have like iOS. I don't know why, but like Google thinks iOS devices are harder to spoof. So give that a shot. Brian says, we'll make the call, so don't prioritize my questions. All right, we only got 2 more, so we're good. I'll watch the recording afterwards. Got an exact match domain. Okay. Different domain for the current site I want to use. Exact match domain. Get another spot. Okay. Yeah, it looks like a rank and rent. Assuming the client site, and how would you approach adding the second site? Okay, so there's 2 ways. Obviously, you can just do a rank and rent situation. For example, I did that for Movement Room. I think we ranked for like 2, 3, or 4 for like Physio East Vancouver. But what you can do is either go the rank and rent route, or if you want to be extra spicy, go like open a second office in the center of the city using that exact match domain. So this all depends on how good of a client this is, and you can use this as an upsell. You can say like, I'll manage your new location, and then you personally go out and rent an office. Hell, you could probably even use that office like a working space and like go full legit, like have that shit on the wall. You are now working for your client. Have like all the utilities set up in the middle of the city. If it's in like a tier 1 city like Miami, New York, or LA, fuck, I would do that all day, every day. All right, yeah, SF as well. Shout out to freaking JP. Got to get that going in SF. Jorge says, if rank and rent and businesses, for rank and rent and business sites, manage hosting or static to save costs. I think it really depends. Really depends. So static is totally fine. You could just do Cloudflare all day, every fucking day, and just like spam out a fuck ton of rank and rents. But for local business sites, like for your clients, I would probably say manage hosting, because they want to be able to go in and tweak shit themselves. I've experienced and moved really fast with Webflow. Webflow is not going to fucking make it, bro. That's like easily the worst product on earth. Like, do not go with Webflow. Imagine paying $30 per month per site. I couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Like, I would rather eat my own shoe before I use Webflow. Do you think it's worth learning WordPress? Yes. WordPress, or just like raw dog Cloudflare pages and static to save money. It's one of the two. Wow, Webflow. Now I'm tilted. I don't even know what to say. Right, SOP states 50 citations in wait for 4 weeks. Can I go faster? Yes, you can. Yeah. 50 citations is just so like you guys don't get clapped, but you guys can go as fast as you want, but just don't. If you get clapped, don't come after me. You got any recommendations for building a course type website, like where people can submit course material and take exams, that sort of thing? I know Tutor LMS for WordPress. There's a lot of education shit on AppSumo. No need to reinvent the wheel. Just go on AppSumo, look for some of that course stuff. Submit course material is interesting. I've never heard of that. Yeah, School's pretty good if you guys want to check out School. I've been pretty much enjoying it recently. All right, guys, that's it. Let's go around the horn. We got 15 of us here. I think that's more than enough people to go around for the next freaking 50 minutes. Ryan, what's new with you?
Hey guys, yeah, I mean, not much from last week. I don't have any crazy progress like last week, but I'm as busy as ever. You know, I'm cracking on with stuff. Thank you for answering my questions as well. I appreciate the whole like pogo sticking method and stuff. So I'm gonna definitely try that. I think I've got about 6 devices I can try it on, so that might make an
Sick.
impact. It might not. I don't know. But no, other than that, I'm all good. You know, just
What are
building,
you going to do with
progressing
your
slowly.
client, the big client that you can't talk about?
So I've got a meeting with them on Friday. That's the big meeting. And basically, depending on how that goes, depends on what happens. So, you
Okay.
remember in the school community where I mentioned that they want to either hire me for 3 months or basically bring me on as like a freelancer to do stuff. I think that's basically what Friday is about. And it's going to be about pricing things out and figuring that out because you know, if they want me to work for them solely for 3 months and not touch anything else, that's going to be a very expensive thing for them. And I want to make sure that I get that across, you know,
Yeah, that's fair.
because yeah,
Make sure you price in your growth too. So like
yeah,
you run a projection on your growth and then price that in.
yeah,
I think that was
yeah,
Brian's suggestion.
yeah,
Dude,
100%. I
Brian's
mean,
posts have been pretty killer, huh? He's
oh
not
yeah,
here right now,
100%.
but yeah, it's fucking
Yeah,
it's
no,
fucking
to be fair, I'm actually doing some work with Brian as well, so it's
oh
pretty
sick.
cool that we're like collaborating and stuff. But yeah, like I
Nice.
said,
Love to see it.
hopefully everything goes well Friday. Obviously, I'll make sure to let you guys know what happens if we do sign them and stuff, and then depending on how that meeting goes, I'll basically say what I can say about it, and then yeah, go
Okay.
from there, you know. But yeah, honestly, I
Awesome.
don't have much else than that. I've just been busy cracking on with other stuff. Let me think. One question I do have, because I've been dealing with this all day today.
Hmm.
You know, in terms of if a GMB gets suspended completely, and then you basically try to re-verify it, you send Google everything or whatever, and basically they don't verify it the second time. Is there any other way around that, or is it basically just set up a new GMB and move reviews over and then just run it? Because I've never had an experience where my GMBs have been completely shut down other than
Hmm.
today. But yeah, I just thought I'd ask you that question quickly.
And you sent in all the. You can keep appealing, no?
No, I've done it once. Then I spoke to someone at Google support, and they said, yeah, once it's done, it's done. And even though I've had experience with this before, I know that's not the end. But they literally just said, no, I'm not gonna like I'm not even gonna respond. Basically, is like what they said. You know what I mean?
Oh fuck.
So yeah, so to be honest, what I'm doing at the moment is I'm just setting up a new GMB. I'm going to verify it. I'm going to literally try my hardest to verify it, and then I'm basically just going to transfer the reviews from the suspended one to the new one, basically. But just wanted your advice on
Mhm.
it to see if you've got any
Yeah.
other approach on it or anything, you know?
Typically, the re-verification process should be good enough. Did they
Should be,
request a
but
video or what? Did
yeah,
they?
requested a video. This guy has massive lorries with his signage on it. He has signage at his office and everything. But Google was like, yeah, no. And I was like, what do you want? But obviously, again, I won't get into it because otherwise this call will be all
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that.
sure.
But yeah,
Um, See if you can escalate that even further.
yeah,
I know they're probably saying no, but I think you can escalate again. Um,
cool. Okay.
I would probably do that. Keep going. I would keep
Cool.
pushing
Sick,
because like
sick, cool.
it's a different customer rep each time. So
Okay.
you know this. With that knowledge, you could probably just keep doing the same thing. Because so like
And just keep
I
pushing.
know this
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
used to submit the same appeal 10 times, and then it would just
Ah,
be like eventually it would just get it'll be okay. But
yeah. Right. Okay.
yeah,
Got you. Yeah.
yeah. So it really depends on the rep you get that day and like how much they're like, yeah.
How much they care about it. Yeah, exactly. Cool. No, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, that's everything for me. I'm all good, guys. Thank you.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. Daniel, what's going on?
Hey, do you hear me well?
Yep.
Yeah, it's going pretty well. I had a couple of meetings with Jeffrey in the community, with Tyler as well, with
Nice.
Nick, Ryan. So that's been good. I've been working and implementing all the new services with our clients. So that's cool. I actually have like a call now in 10 minutes with one of the agencies that we work with to start implementing the local service ads with them. There's going to be a good, hopefully, a good thing. And I'm just
Wait, so
preparing
you're running
all
local
the
service ads for them, or what are you doing?
no, not now. But I launched the service like I was working with a specific agency to test that, everything works well, that we have our SOPs on point and stuff. And now I'm offering that to them, and I have the call, in 10 minutes to start implementing that with their portfolio of clients. So they manage around 45 clients. Of course,
Nice.
it's not going to be like, 45 all at once, but hopefully, a couple of them starts building out into a bigger and juicier contract.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Awesome. Great. Do you have any questions this week? Sounds like you're powering on, man.
Uh, no, I'm planning on in us the moment August ends, some people here in Europe start working again. I'm gonna launch the cold email campaign to target lawyers in Spain again. So probably I'll have questions there because
Okay.
sometimes they don't just want the local SEO, they want also like a website, maybe they want ads as well, and I'm not sure how to price everything. So I don't know if you or someone in the community, probably someone will have a bit more experience.
Yeah. I mean, ads is typically flat under a certain
Mhm.
dollar spend and then a percentage of ad spend. For websites is as much as you can charge and how good you are, how much you want to deal with them. So yeah, you can do up to like I think the most I've ever charged for a site was like 20 G's, and that was a WordPress site. It was like a 5-pager. So you
Yeah.
guys, I'm sure you guys can do something great. Yeah, websites is like a different beast though, because it's so like I don't know what the word is, like subjective. So
Yeah.
they might not like it, but it's like what they like might be nasty. So
Yeah.
it might not convert. So I don't know if you want to open that can of worms, but money's money, right? So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you want to offer like the whole service, like you have to touch the website aspect. So I think it's gonna be a challenge for sure. We'll learn from the experience.
Yeah, yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. Well, if you have any other questions, just raise your hand and we'll get to you as soon as possible.
Really.
Ben, what's going on? You starting cold calling or what? I've seen your
How's it going?
updates. Yeah,
No, not yet, not yet.
come on.
I've had
Yeah,
a relatively productive week, but the last couple of days have been a bit slower. I've been kind of having second thoughts about the kind of niche that I wanted to work in because I've got a decent case study from the last agency that I was at for kind
yeah,
of
nice.
like medical clinics, but quite big. But then my second thoughts are based on how kind of bureaucratic it can be because of the number of people. Kind of, it's hard to get to the right people to make decisions. So I was wondering whether I should maybe go a bit smaller just to start with because I want to move fast rather than just wait for a break.
Yeah, probably. the life cycle of these deals are depending on the size. If you're like at 100 plus, especially in, are you in Ireland?
Yeah, I'm in the north of Ireland in Belfast.
Okay. Yeah, right.
But I'd be doing like hopefully like the north of England too.
Got it. Okay, yeah. What I've noticed is the life cycle of these deals are insane, especially in like UK or Ireland. It's fuck, man. It's like 30 to 60 days, and that's on the smaller company sides too. I don't know what the hell is going on over there. Like, especially in August, these guys like, yeah, it's rough because like each like shareholder or whatever, like decision maker is out on leave during that time, so they need each other to sign off. So it's fuck me, man. It's rough. So probably go with a local business and just like lock in a couple wins. You know what I mean? Lock in a
Yeah,
couple small
yeah.
deals per month. Because if you get one of these clinics, it's like a home run, right? It's like a massive deal. You'll probably be sorted. Like you could probably quit your job right away with this one client. But I think it's most of the time better to start off with like stacking small clients. If I were you, because they close super
Yeah,
easily too.
yeah. I'm thinking then if I am to do that, if I stay within like the with private clinics, then I'd probably have to do England, because around here there's not many small ones that I feel like would be worth working with.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree. There are some crazy niches though in the UK. Yeah, I think most of the trades. I forgot who mentioned it last time. They're like overbooked, right? So they're not interested in SEO. You
Yeah,
probably have to
yeah.
go after something that's more competitive, and if you can sell them on that, yeah,
Yeah,
should be
yeah,
good.
I'll have a think, because I mean I'm not set on doing like medical industry. It's just because I've
Yeah,
got a really good case study that I could use for it. So yeah, I'll have a little brainstorm maybe and see if I can think of
yeah,
alternatives.
yeah. Sounds good. Yeah, I think have a look at the local rank leads for niches in case you needed some ideas outside of trades. I think it
Yeah,
was like
sound.
yeah, barristers are good. Yeah, give it a shot.
Okay, perfect. Cheers.
Yeah. JP, what's going on?
What's up, you guys? So over this past week, I have pretty much been really trying to focus in on like my sales process as well as dial in like what this white label communication looks like. And so yesterday I thought was going to be the first day with my setter, and I thought I had him set up with a power dialer. He messaged me super early in the morning and it just got like buried in my inbox. And so he started his first day like 20 minutes ago. And so I'm pretty excited about that. I feel good about his skill sets, and like I got the leads from local ranks, so I know that
Mm-hmm.
like he's going to be pitching to the right folks. My cold email, like the results from the past 2 weeks was I got less than about 1% reply from those variations I did. I had one variation from what was originally the video audit that you had suggested, and so I just made 6 more like variations of that, and then targeted at medical spas and then roofers in San Francisco. And so I've been waiting to
Nice.
see what the results are going to be. I started a rank and rent site. Google immediately suspended the account, and I'm in an appeal with them as well, going through something similar to what Ryan was talking about earlier. I do have some signage here, and I'm not on the like that final appeal sequence, so hoping that all of that gets tidied down this week. And yeah, for this week
Oh,
it's
so this is for like your GMB, right? So you opened a new GMB and then it just got
yeah.
clapped immediately.
Yeah, and
Okay.
so I'm going through 2 verifications, one for my web design stuff, and then one for the rank and rent. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel good about it though. I feel pretty positive. I did get a response from the white label company that I'm using for SEO, and it was like the first 2 touch points that I had with them were incredible, and the roadmap that I got yesterday was completely like derailed from those conversations. I'm wondering, do you have experience with that? I don't want to be like, do it my way or anything, but yeah, we had plans to migrate their Medium blog for this SEO company, or for this antique art company in SF, and then the roadmap was to dial in their collection pages before we do any of that. And then their first iteration of rounds was, let's go ahead and like start up maybe like 12 blogs on this website. And I just figured it might not be our first step.
I think probably need more context here.
Yep.
So this is a antique site business in SF you mentioned, right? And then is it retweaking their website?
Yeah.
Okay. Are they doing it themselves or are you doing it for them?
I'm gonna be doing it for them. They're on
Okay.
Shopify.
Okay. And then what the roadmap that they gave you has like pretty much nothing you agreed to, right? Or what you guys agreed to originally, or what you thought you agreed to on the call, right?
There's one or two pieces in there for the link building that look great, but for everything else, it was off.
Okay. And what is off exactly?
Yeah, so we wanted to start working on the collection pages and dialing those in, adding in more content at the bottom. That way
Okay.
they start positioning themselves better and not really working on the blog. And that was like their first option.
Okay. Their first option is to work on the blog.
Yeah. Or I guess
why don't you do both? Just do it for them. Or they don't want to add more content on their collection pages. Is that why?
Ideally, I want to set myself, I want to kind of hand off the entire plate of work and just direct it. But ideally, I would want to get their core pages positioned. I guess I'm asking, is this even the right approach?
If in their positioning, I think so. For an e-commerce business, this is considered an e-com business for organic. Collection pages are for keywords such as waterproof shoes. And then blog posts are typically targeting keywords such as best waterproof shoes, like listicles or waterproof shoe reviews, or Nike branded running shoe reviews, stuff like that. So with blogs, you could probably target more keywords. With collection pages, it's like super quick. That should be done like in an hour. You could probably get that done in an hour. So most of the time, if I was in this position where you told them to, okay, fix the collection pages, and then work on the blog pages, and they're like, well, let's work on the blog first, I would just be like, give me access and I'll do it. And it'll be done in 5 minutes by my VA, and it's just get it done kind of thing. Because is it because like you don't want to do it for them, or what's the issue here?
Yeah, no. I just want a system that I can like rely on. I know that these first couple of like initial points is probably going to be more elbow grease on my part, so I'll just get in there and get it done.
Yeah, I think just get it done. Because they're a signed client, right? They're paying.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck, just get it done, man. Just want to maximize value for the client for maximum retention, I think. Otherwise, if you get too much into it, like too much friction, high risk of churn, and then you're back at square one. I think retention is a huge thing with agencies. Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Cool. Moving on. If you have any other questions, feel free to raise your hand. I just want to make sure there's time for everyone. So yeah. Tony, what's going on?
How's it going? Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, good.
Just finished up. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. But every time we speak, I have to like focus up because the accent's not what I'm used to. Let's just say that. I'm like,
yeah, it's pretty strong.
No, you're good.
Yeah, so
but just know your voice is at full blast in my headphones, so I'm like really focusing.
Yeah, just finished up a sauna site. They sell like barrel saunas, so finished that up.
Okay.
Just got the business profile approved, so optimizing that. So that's kind of a one and done thing, and they'd be kind of managing from there. They might be looking at for me to maintain it going forward. We have to wait and see, because I'm also doing a garden room website for him. Sorry, the SEO part. He already has the website, but it never got traffic really. Had a look at it when we optimized, did a full on page. That's already jumped in ranking. So I spoke to him only last week, and he's
It's a
getting, let's say,
garden. What kind
they
of
do
garden?
garden rooms, so like think garden offices, garden gyms, garden bars, like
Oh,
structures
it's
outside.
like
So
construction thing, right?
yeah,
It's
it's
kind of
kind of
construction.
or like modular homes. It's pretty high ticket, so his average sale is, let's say, between 25,000 euro. So he can see
Cool.
the ROI already. So he said he was getting, like, let's say, 2 leads a week, and now he's getting 10. So he's pretty happy. He's
Sick.
already left me a review. I haven't even finished properly yet. So
Yeah.
so he's pretty happy. So I think I probably will get that one ongoing. Originally, the deal was kind of a bundle. Did the website, did the GMB. I'm just trying to get more reviews to see, just get that review count up. So yeah, pretty happy with that one so far. Everything's going well.
Wait, are you gonna charge him? Or is this like
I'm
a
gonna
free
charge him,
offer?
yeah. No, he's already paid deposits
Okay,
already, 50%
great.
upfront. So I'm pretty much finished by the end of the week, so I'll get the other 50% then. And then I think he will probably want the ongoing SEO for the garden room site. The sauna one,
Fuck yeah.
we'll see. I'm not sure yet. I got that lead through Rank and Rent first. I was ranking and basically couldn't handle the leads. He
Mhm.
wanted ringing him. He just couldn't keep up. So I moved him on to someone else. So that's how it all started. And he asked me to look into, obviously he's making his revenue from the garden rooms, like garden, like a pergola for 3,000-4,000.
Mhm.
He's getting 25,000 from this kind of stuff. So yeah, it worked out pretty well for him.
Sick.
What else? I had 2 proposals sent out. One is actually in a very, very high ticket garden room. There's certain things he couldn't do, so I passed him on to this guy. Gave him a few leads, and then I looked at his website. Like, his average project is like 45K. It's really high ticket stuff.
45K?
Yeah, so I spent 30 between 30 and 45, you said, and he's ranking kind of reasonable enough. And like, he came to me for a web design, and I just didn't really want to do it because I actually said to him the website looked fine. It's just one optimized right. So I passed him to another guy who I get a referral back. He wanted it, but he's waiting on grants and stuff. But I rang him and I said, listen, you don't need a lot. I think the website's fine. I can tweak it for you. It looks fine. It generally does. It's just not targeted at what you're selling. Like, he has these structures,
Mhm.
kind of like custom names. So like, there's no mention of, let's say, a garden rooms or high ticket outdoor. So it's just basically blank, but it's still ranking on a national level. So I called him, went through some stuff, sent him over something, see what he says. And like, I was going through like his ROI and like the margins he's getting. I was, man, like, one sale every 3 months even is you getting your money back.
Yeah, sure.
So him and his wife are just talking about it. And see, they're obviously partners. She handles a lot of the admin stuff, and he does the day-to-day stuff. So that's another one gone out for a financial advisor. Did that this morning. So wait and see what they come back with. I had a handyman Rank and Rent that I actually kind of took my number off because at the time I had nobody to send the leads to. It just kept
Yeah,
ranking
sure.
and people ringing me, fucking paint their house and shit. I had no one to send them to. So I took my number off it, but I was getting emails. There's a guy who came back into the country who's mad for work. And so I'm just sending him stuff now. He's giving me referral fees, and he actually wants a website now, and GMB, Google Business Profile.
Wait, you're just giving like free leads, and then he's just giving you a kickback on a handshake deal?
He was giving me like 10% on some of these projects. So he just rang me just earlier on today. Just Revolut me €150 for some
No
leads came
way,
through.
dude. You gotta charge way more.
But it's
What
just
the hell is this?
again,
What is this? You're running a charity out here.
no, but the one that made leads, see people that could take them on, and I just passed them on, and now I have a guy who's interested. So now he wants some stuff. He wants more. He's just trying to figure out what service he wants to do because he's
Yeah.
not sure. Will he focus more on plumbing projects, carpentry? He's been doing a bit of everything. So now I'm kind of talking later on. He said, send me on some stuff you've done, and we'll try and work something out. But again, he's happy to give me a kickback. What I mean, like, give him a few leads, like I only give him a couple, and he's happy to give me a kickback from everything he gets. So yeah, works out fine. What else? I have a construction company that I've been chatting to. He actually did some work on my house before, so I kind of reached out to him. He needs a new website. He kind of changed his business from a stonemason to more higher level construction. They kind of re-branched out. So he needs a website and good business profile management as well. I don't really plan on doing the website stuff, but it seems to be an easy upsell. It's very, especially if you're offering, let's say, a monthly fee for the website rather than just doing a large, say, upfront cost. They're fairly easy going to kind of start onboarding, and then you can upsell the other stuff. So that's that one. I got 2 new reviews this week as well for my own business, which is good. Yeah, I mentioned the web design bit. I think it was Ben mentioned, you mentioned about August. In Ireland in particular, there's so many people going on holidays or vacation because kids go back to school right at the end of the month. I work in IT sales, and August is always the quietest month. It's just nothing gets done. Everything's pushed into the next quarter every year.
Yeah, it's rough.
So it's one of the months where you do a lot of your prospecting to get ready for next quarter. That's when budgets are being spent and everything. What else?
Wait, when are you have so many projects going on. When are you making the leap and quitting your 9 to 5?
When I hit 10K.
Sick.
That's pretty much it. 10K profit. I think the number, like again, the IT sales gig, it's a good gig as well.
Yeah, it's a good gig,
work from home, and I can do this. So I get up at 4:30, let's say 4:30, half 4, in the mornings, do my outreach. I might do the outreach with Loom, do some projects, whatever I'm optimizing, and then trying to figure out the rest of the day from there.
Nice.
So again, I'm focusing a lot more on the client stuff now. I was doing rank and rent for a while, and like again, they're good case studies, but I really wanted to build that recurring stuff for proper businesses. If that makes sense. Again, a lot. I think I mentioned on the trade side of things, it's just not like the best space right now because they're really not up to date with the website stuff. A lot of them don't understand how it works, and they're trying to explain, and they're all too busy. And then you send them stuff. Again, I had one guy I was sending stuff, and he just couldn't keep up. He just didn't have time to ring him. The phone was hopping all the time from his own day to day, and it was just wasted energy on both sides, really. So I'm trying to focus on more professional services like accountants, financial advisors, that kind of thing now, to see what I get. I know Ben was mentioning about niching down. I'm just trying anyone right now, especially locally where I am. And then once I have built a customer base that I think is worth focusing on, I'll transition. Because if I go, again, I made the mistake where I into certain niches too early, say, yeah, I want to go with this, and then realize didn't really pre-qualify. So maybe if I was Ben, I'd be ringing, let's say, a list of different niches and see what kind of feedback I get, and then maybe I'm gonna go from there.
All right.
Yeah, I can move on. Just one question I have actually, and I've seen this with accountants and financial advisors, especially. They might be headquartered in one city in, like Ireland's not that big, but let's say Cork and Dublin.
Yeah.
They have, let's say, headquartered in Cork. They have their service pages, but they're not really optimized to be targeting a particular either city. So they're not really targeting anyone. I want to in particular want to optimize it all. I want to really show what way you would optimize the site. Would you go after, let's say, their headquarters city first, and then create service-related pages underneath? As in, sorry.
I
so
see.
they'd have along the top, let's say, along their header, services, payroll, financial advice, whatever.
Yeah.
Do I target payroll Cork and then create a service plus, say, location plus service page, and just have it basically indexed but not necessarily showing? So it'll show in the rankings but not necessarily on the site itself.
Yeah. So what I will probably do is it'll be like indexy.com/Cork. And then that would, the GMB, the Google My Business page, will link to that page. And then under /Cork, I would put all the different types of services they offer, for example, /Cork/bookkeeping, financial advisors, et cetera, et cetera. And then those pages would target Cork bookkeeping, Cork financial advisors, so on and so forth. Yeah, that's the best way. But you don't have to link to Cork bookkeeping from the main menu. You can just link from Cork, that Cork subdirectory. So it's still like a nice little silo. Yeah, that's a simple way of doing it.
Cool. That's all for me.
Awesome. Really. Yeah, awesome. Let's move on. Bennett, how's it going this week?
It's going well. How are you?
Good. What's new with you?
Yeah, so got a couple clients on local rank, threw in the citations, used the Telegram bot. So just waiting for all those to come through. One of them is a plastic surgeon, so pretty competitive down in Florida for that. So the citations look like they're 100%, but hasn't necessarily moved the needle on the map quite yet. So give it another week probably, and then throw in that local boost and see what happens.
Have you done the on-site check for all these businesses? So, for example, all the name matches, right? All the GMB URLs are correct. All the URLs have the local schema on the site, Google Map embed, so on and so forth. Everything is like rock solid. Because I think that's like the most common issue most of the time when people are like, "Oh,
Okay.
the maps isn't working."
It's like
Yeah.
it's 50, it's an older, this particular one, the plastic surgeon.
Yeah.
It's an old site, so definitely got to run through it top to bottom, and then kind of get that stuff in place. I was just looking at your WordPress stack, so just looking at Generate Press, might offer to spin them up a new site just to get the latest and greatest in there for them, because that's a bunch of their stuff's broken, I can tell. So that might be limiting them. And then I got to dig into the actual console as well and see if there's anything that's kind of jamming them, because I mean, from a review standpoint, they've got like 300 reviews. They're second in the area, but they're definitely not ranking number one. Especially for
Okay.
a lot of the different procedures they have, they're ranking like 30th, and they've been here for 30 years. So I'm not really sure what's.
Yeah, it's probably an on-site issue. They have the services listed in Google Business, right?
I believe so. That's something I'll check just to make sure.
Yeah. So like, because I don't know if you've been seeing the results from local rank citations. I don't know what is going on, but it's working better now than ever. So I think if it doesn't work, I can find like 1,000 issues. If you want a free audit, I can go through it, but it'll have to be for the class. So if you want to DM me the GMB, I can like do a Loom and then share it in school.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool,
because
yeah.
I think it's always helpful when I go through like the steps, because I really like go into it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if we're definitely not getting any results, I guess next week, but then we'll definitely throw in the that local boost and see what happens. And then in the meantime, I'll definitely start checking on-site stuff. And then if not, then let's do an audit. Let's do it.
Sounds good. So these clients are all the upsells, right? From your existing client base. You're like, hey, we're gonna do local SEO for you now, right?
Yeah. So this particular one, been doing their Google ads for a while. And he's pretty happy with that. They're booked out. I mean, shit, they're booked out 3 to 6 months right now. So SEO hasn't necessarily even been a top priority for them, but they're also looking to bring on other doctors to the practice, or looking to expand. So they'll eventually, they've been in this for a while. So I was like, let's do SEO. It'll give you something more to sell as well if you're top. So yeah, took them on and see what happens with it.
Yeah. How big of a radius are you checking on the rank tracker?
Yeah, and it wasn't too big. One sec. Pull it. History. How big is that radius? So the area that they're in is Fort Myers. Fort Myers kind of is, so it's Southwest Florida. So it's it's kind of a tough area where their business, thankfully, is dead center of town.
Awesome.
But they also pull from Cape Coral, which is a little bit out. They pull from the south, which is Bonita, Naples. Where on here does it say how big the radius is? Can't quite tell.
It's all right. We could just take a look at this together offline. But then, yeah, I was just wondering, because what I've noticed with clients after before and after, and you don't see really any movement, is you shrink down the radius And if you're in a super high population vicinity, like a high population density, you don't see like in a small radius how much it increases, and you get a ton of more sales within like a very small radius, and they might see an uplift in that area. So what I like to check is
Yeah,
typically
bigger,
GMB.
right?
Yeah, because when it's so big, you in the center it'll look green, and then you'll maybe say like, oh, it's not really working. But if you like really blow up the center of the city, it might have like turned a bit more green. So I like to take like a really close snapshot and a really like a large radius snapshot as
Okay.
well to show
Maybe I'll
clients,
start that as well, because
especially
yeah,
if
right
it's a high population density area, like you
It is.
mentioned. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like I said, there's so many cities that are close to it within 10 minutes. Like Cape Coral, we pull from, but it's 5 to 10 minutes away.
Mhm.
And same thing with like Bonita, Naples, we're talking 20 minutes, but for plastic surgery, they pull from there. But yeah, I mean, if I'm looking at the scan, it's a wide one, but their center dot, they're number 2 for plastic surgeon, number 2 for breast augmentation.
Yeah, that's
number 1
crazy.
mommy makeover. But some of the other ones some of the other
Mhm.
terms are 7th for. And like I said, they've been in business 30 years. So there's still something going on with it for sure.
All right, sounds good. Keep us posted. Send me a DM if nothing comes of this, but yeah, I'm sure there's something there.
Cool. We'll do.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, Jeff, what's going on? We've never spoken before. What's popping?
Hey, great to be here.
Yo.
I have 2 questions. So one of them
Yeah.
is related to a warm prospect that it's an ortho lead that I've been talking
Mhm.
to. They told me that they're not doing any marketing right now. They have an office expansion, and they also, similar to what Tony mentioned, it's back to school season. They want to emphasize on their office expansion with a teeth whitening campaign that they want to share with the public. For what we're doing in local SEO, is this something that pairs well with that type of situation?
It's rough. That one's rough. You could how do they rank? Are they ranking pretty high or no?
They're not in top 3 of the PackMat, but they're like 4 for one location, I think.
So what you could probably do, these like seasonal things, it would just be like a GBP post. It's stupid, but it works. You could do Facebook ads for them if you want, because this is like a warm lead, right? That's like a friend you mentioned.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you what the maximum value that they can get is probably GBP posting, like coupon codes and Facebook ads. Meta ads work really well for local. I don't know
Mhm.
why. So in case you guys want something to upsell, Meta ads is stupid easy to run.
Okay,
just bring
so
all the leads. Yeah.
Meta ads, would you consider upselling Google ads as well, or is it just focused on Meta for this instance?
Yeah, you could do Google ads. It's just more expensive. It's more expensive,
Got it.
but very targeted. So if they have the
Okay.
budget for it and you want to manage it for them, it could be like a learning experience. You can go through the steps. Only advice I'd give is make sure tracking is set up like very like set up properly, not like some half-ass like form submission. It should be like purchase events should be fired, and every step of the funnel should be firing as well.
Okay, I'll have to look into that because don't have much experience. You mentioned just
Use
typically-
ChatGPT. That's what I do.
Yeah, for sure. You mentioned upselling ads is typically a base rate, and then you do a percentage of above a certain rate. So, say in this instance, it would be my first client, so 750-ish or something like that for the local SEO package, and then how would you go from there?
Yeah, 750 for SEO. We'll do review responding, GBP posting, citation building, everything that around that, and then I'll manage your ad spend at an additional $500 per month plus 10% of ad spend, like easy,
cool. Simple.
And then yeah,
Yeah,
and then you'll
makes
create
sense.
all the assets for it. You just do in Canva and go through the steps, and that's like fucking 1,200 right there. Nice supplementary income plus ad spend, but make sure they know that they have to link their own credit card, stuff like that.
Linked it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. Makes sense.
Cool. Anything else? So it seems like a pretty warm lead. Are they in on the local SEO already? Are
No,
down for it?
they're still considering it. I'm gonna have a call
Okay.
later with them. So gonna talk with them about both of these things. And
Okay.
outside of that, just gonna keep sending emails and start calling.
Yeah, awesome. One thing I think that works really well is, are you reaching out to people local to you? I don't know if you were here for that, but like within your vicinity, wherever. Were you in LA? I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. Just only send it in LA. Only send emails to people in LA. Be like, I'm in LA. I can meet you on these dates. That's like super powerful.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay, awesome.
Cool.
Well, if you have any other questions, yeah, feel free to raise your hand and we'll try to get to it before we run out of time. But all
For
right.
sure.
Thanks, dude. Rafa, what's going on?
Hey, good, and you? How's it going?
Yeah, good. Han, before we get started, Nick has raised his hand. Let me answer real quick. Nick, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, man? I am helping a buddy that owns a couple businesses in a small plaza, and I just wanted to see if I could have you just peek and see if the suite thing is set up right. Because there's a business in the middle that has that address, and then he has a business on each side of it that has suite numbers. And I'm just curious if it's set up right before I start blasting stuff. Can I send it to you in chat real quick?
Yeah, sure. Sure.
And it's basically, so he's in this one address and he has suite 101 and 105. And I'm going to be helping him with the one that's at 101. The restaurant in the middle has that actual address with no suite. So I'm just curious if it's fine the way it's set up, if it's set up correctly, or if there's anything else I need to do.
The naming conventions is slightly off. Yeah, slightly off.
I was thinking there's a few things on there like I automatically have to fix.
Yeah, like one says number 105 and then the other says suite 101.
They're two different businesses.
Yeah, I understand. But then the naming convention is like, might throw off Google. So you stick with one and then it's either 101, number one, hashtag 101, or the number # 101, or it's suite 101. So you have to pick one and then
Yep. So it's
go with it.
consistent,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
consistent. Yeah, it's interesting that they have two businesses in one plaza.
So you know what's
Is it-
interesting too is there's three businesses there, but it's suite 101 and 105 that he has. Could
Mhm.
I make a suite 104 and 102 if he's getting all the mail there?
Does he have that unit?
I'm assuming it was probably originally 5 units and it probably just over time got switched to 3.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that could
Expanded.
work. Yeah, that could work. So as long as you have the suite number, Google will see it as like a unique address. So yeah, try that.
Okay. Yeah, it was just for later on. Maybe I'll use that.
Okay.
Okay. Other quick question is, I rent a house and I'd set up a Google profile for an agency a few years ago and then never touched it. I'm set up a rank and rent now, and then also something like the Easy Plumbing. What would be the best use of the Google profile that I have set up at the house? Switching to one of those, or is there value there?
Like you have a GMB at the house and you're seeing if you should like switch it to somewhere more populous.
Yeah,
or
because
whatever?
it is a house and that's good, but it's not being used. But I did just set up a rank and rent, and I was going to do just like a regular like SEO marketing site too.
Yeah, you could probably change it to, how's the population there? Is it near a is it
Big city.
population density is good?
Big city, yeah.
Oh, either rank and rent or agency. Yeah, you could probably switch it. I've done that before. You just switch the category.
Okay.
But
okay.
you risk
For rank
getting
and
banned.
rent.
So there is a risk, by the way. So
For switching it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Any
And then
changes,
what
there's a
about
risk.
if I do switch it, finding it works, what happens if I move down the line in a few years? What concerns do I have there? Any?
If you switch it, there's anytime you make changes, there's like risk of getting banned. But then honestly, it should be fine, man.
Okay. Okay, awesome. All right, I appreciate
Cool.
it, man. I'm excited about
Yeah.
all this.
Sounds good. One more question, Brian. What's going on?
Hey, first time on here. Thanks.
I got a question about service area businesses. We got a client I just picked up. It's an interior designer near Miami. She's trying to switch to Fort Lauderdale as her primary place, but she has a service area business Google profile instead of an address base because she works out of her home. And from everything I'm saying, it's a massive content game to push the needles with those. Is there anything else I can do to help out, or?
God, I hate service area businesses. They
So do
like
I have three of them.
there's a reason why no one does guarantees on service area businesses. It's like it's most of the time you're better off just showing your address, even if she works from home. So for example, unless she lives in a house, if she lives in like an apartment building, I most of the time just recommend people showing the address and then just like removing the unit number from your address. Anything else you can do for service area businesses? Citations, posting on site. That's literally all you can do.
Is
Because
there
there's so little.
so if I can convince her, 'cause she lives in a like a condo building, and so that's a great tactic. Is there a penalty switching to an address-based business that I got to be aware of, or
No.
Fantastic.
That's
I'm
probably
just
the
making sure.
easiest. That's like the least amount of risk is when you go from service area business and reviewing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm going to do that. That's awesome.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Sounds good. Sorry, Rafa, what's going on?
Yeah, so I wanted to make you a few quick questions. Actually, I made a question in the chat. I guess you already answered, but I came a little bit late, so
Okay,
so
okay.
I'll listen to that. But I wanted to ask, I recently got the local bank citations, the growth
Yeah,
plan,
yeah.
I think. Also, like if I'm doing them for a client or for clients, do I just like keep redoing them every single month? Or should I get like different ones? Because I've seen some people like redo them.
You don't have to redo them. You just do it once. If you want to redo them, I would say that's redundant. So just do it once, local rank citations, get it indexed. The only thing I'd probably do on a monthly basis is like keep trying to re-index them.
Okay.
So keep pushing the re-indexing, and then you're good.
And then one more thing, I asked like super quick, for the keywords on your citations. Like I'm used to working with Fiverr, you know, these guys who like sometimes they do stuffing and shit. So they sometimes ask for the keywords on your citations, but the local rank doesn't. Like, how do I mark the keywords I want to rank on the description, I guess, or?
Yeah, so it'll be in the description of the business because these are just citations, right? They're not. Yeah, these are just citations. And when you're trying to rank a business, it's just name, address, and phone number consistency. That's how you rank, right? So.
Okay. Thank you.
Cool. All right, moving on. Let me see. Jorge, how's it going? You feeling better?
I'm good, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome.
I took a couple days off, but now I'm back to the usual schedule. And
Yeah.
I've been just working with the photographer, with the tattoo
Mhm.
shop. And in Spain, it's really easy. I was able to change the name on both instantly. And I
Yeah.
just put the previous name and I put Tattoo Studio in Barcelona after. And
Yeah.
it boosted a bit also with the
I'm telling you
citation.
guys, man. Hell yeah. Let's
Yeah,
fucking
but
go.
still it's a bit, the tattoo shop is a bit competitive. So I was thinking I'm going to do the local boost next. And I was thinking, should I?
Did you ran the local rank citations, right? Already?
Yes. Yeah.
Did you index it? That's like the
Yes.
what was the indexation rate?
42%.
42%.
But
I'd rerun the index again,
okay.
and then before you buy the local boost. I just want to make sure like you can spend as little money as
Okay.
possible here, as much as I want to take your money. Just try to keep re-indexing because it's so cheap to re-index, right? It's like cents.
Yeah.
So just keep doing it, and then you'll see a boost from that.
And if you do get the local boost, should I add the website or just address, phone number, and a name?
I'd the local boost is very safe, so I'd definitely add the
Okay.
URL. Yeah.
Because for the citations, I didn't add the website. I guess that's okay too.
Did you? You didn't do like naked links? You just
No,
kept it
I
empty?
didn't. Yeah.
Oh,
Also, because
yeah, huh. I would typically just put the URL and then make it like unlinked. That will help more than not even being there, you know.
how can
So
I make it unlinked?
how can I make it unlinked? It's like an option. So when you pick the URL type, there's
Oh
like
yeah, I remember. Yeah,
naked, yeah. So
yeah, I remember. Yeah.
yeah, probably
Okay.
do that. Yeah, give it a shot.
Okay. And I was thinking when people come back, because right now everyone's on vacation here, I was thinking of doing walk-ins because I live in a really dense city. And I
Yeah.
was thinking maybe I could, because I have already done like audits, Loom audits for the businesses near me. I could just copy paste the transcript from the Loom, paste it into ChatGPT and make like a Word document and then print it and hand it to them. And I wasn't sure if that's a good idea and if I should have the goal, like in the audits, to make it really short and sell the call, or maybe in walk-ins, I should like offer as much value as possible so they like me.
Yeah, I think the as much value as possible is
Okay.
the best. And if you can, you don't even need pieces of paper, honestly. Probably just have their like business on your phone, and then just like give them an example, like, hey, you know, you can just fix this, and it'll be your rankings will go up. And then if you want more help like this, here's my personal number. I don't typically do this, you know, shit like that. And then get them. And then once you get their number, bro, you're messaging them until they close or they block you. Like that's like your main goal, pretty much.
Okay, yeah, I need to do that more to get more blocked more. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I've been sending Looms and some people don't even reply.
Yeah.
So I will be more persistent.
Yeah, I think being very persistent might be like a North American thing. So you just have to be you got to be like that. You just got to do it, man.
Okay. So that's it. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. I've noticed there's a couple other people in the chat who don't have their cameras on. I think Anuj. Are you gonna speak today, or are you just listening in?
I don't have a camera, but I can speak.
Okay. Yeah.
So I just
what's going on,
joined the
man?
community yesterday.
What's going
It's going good. I had added a free Loom audit in my cold emails, and today I got like 2 positive replies. So I just have to record those 2 videos and send it to them. I
Sick.
have one client that I'm facing some issues with, basically a potential client who has rescheduled like 2 calls till now in the last 5 minutes, like right about when I'm just getting ready for the call. She just
Nice.
reschedules, and the call with her is scheduled for tomorrow, and I'm not even sure if she'll show up or not. How do I deal with such clients who just don't show up, even though I send them like reminders through TidyCal and everything? Should I just let them go?
So no shows are super fucking common, super common. So don't feel bad, don't feel like shitty about it. All you can do is, I think there's a swipe file, no, in the community with like reminders. You could do texts, and then the best way is to like tease them with what you're about, like what kind of value you're going to bring to them on the call, so they're have higher likelihood to
All right.
show up.
The
So like, for
main
example,
thing is that her website.
yeah, you can say shit like, yo, you have some urgent issues that I found on your website that you need
Yep.
fixed as soon as possible. And then shit,
Uh-huh.
they'll probably show up, man.
Her website is on no index, so she definitely has a lot to do. She
Oh,
is
yikes.
invisible on
Okay.
Google. So I was just
Yeah,
waiting
yeah.
for the call to just throw that at her, that your website is invisible. I can just fix it within a week.
Yeah. So like, make sure in the emails that she knows that, you know?
All right.
Okay.
And for some reason,
awesome.
like cold emails have not been really working well for me. But Reddit has been like my constant source of leads. Like people have been booking call randomly through TidyCal.
Nice.
I just dropped a few comments on Reddit, helping people and just basically replying to my own threads through my other accounts, and then just
Love it.
editing the comments saying I just got help from this website, and I've just been getting calls from there. But cold email is not really working out, but I've just added
How many emails have you
free
sent?
audit. I have sent about, I think, 20,000 emails through Instantly. Now, I think one issue is
20,000.
also that the leads that I have my own scraper that just scrapes the business name and the email of
Mhm.
the company. So I don't really have any personalization in it
But
because
that
I
should
can't.
still work. 20,000,
It
you should
is.
still get at least 1% response rate. What was your reply rate?
My reply rate was around 5%.
Oh, it's great.
But yeah, but a lot of clients just ghosted me. Like they just didn't reply. Now I'm thinking of reaching out to them basically and tell them that I can do a free Loom video for you, Loom audit for you. Previously, it was just basic that I can help you get more clients through Google, get you more organic rankings, etc., etc.
Yeah,
But now I'm
5% is
thinking
really
about a
good, by
free
the way.
audit.
Yeah.
I had hired someone on Twitter who set up the campaign for me,
Mm-hmm.
but the copy of it was, I think, not really straightforward. They just said that you can get more clients and then said we'll send you some keywords. Then I had changed it a bit. It dropped to 3%, but at least it told them that I'm giving them SEO or organic rankings. But still, like I have at least in 20,000, I should have had one client closed. Most like the one client I have right now is from Reddit.
Yeah, I think the issue here, I'm sorry to say, at 5% response rate,
Mhm.
that's superb. So it means that if you don't get clients from that, it might be on you, man. So whoever set up the campaign did a great job. 5% response rate. That means whatever you're replying after their response is
Mhm.
fucked up. So you need to fix that.
All right.
5% is like really, really good. So I'm pretty sure if I handed 5% response rate to a lot of people in the call here, they'd crush it. They'd probably be like at least 10 clients from those. 5% response rate on 20K is fucking crazy. So you have to fix up something in your flow. If you
I'll
want
take a look at that.
feel free to send it in the school group. I'm sure if you have a thick skin, I'm sure people will tear you apart with like the cold email and whatever you're responding with.
As long as it gets me clients, I have no issues.
I'm sure.
You can tell me a new one.
Yeah,
I
5%
don't
response
care.
rate is really, really good. Yeah.
All right. I'll share it in
Sounds
the
good.
group then.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
get
yeah. I'm
some
sure you'll
advice.
get a ton of feedback. You'll get a ton of
Mhm.
feedback. Yeah.
All right. Perfect.
And you'll
Thank
probably
you.
help people with your 5% response rate email. That's crazy. That's higher than what I'm getting, man.
Yes.
What the fuck? Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. All right, guys. That's it. That was a fun call. Let me know in school. I'm going to drop in thread, by the way, if there's anything we can improve on for feedback. And yeah, I'll chat with you guys in the group and